Guess who's back? Back again. Hello, everyone. It has been a very, very long time. All right. I will admit, a lot longer than I anticipated. We can go over that in the later on in the stream. But first of all, I just want to say thank you for everyone. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, let me switch screens. Let me let you guys see my face. Where let's see. Whoa. Focus, camera. Hello. First of all, like I said, hold on. There you go. I was a little bit too glowing white right there. Is this too dark? I don't know. It's been a while since I had my setup going. I think this is good enough for now. First of all, thank you guys, everyone, for tuning back in. I know I have taken a small hiatus from streaming. It's been a lot going on, good and bad. Been very busy. I'll go over more details later, but thank you guys for coming. I have a lot to talk about. All right. Things have been happening. All right. Unless you've been living under a rock over the last couple weeks. A certain event has been pending, has kind of been building up, and we got the results of what happened yesterday or last night. Regardless of what side you're on, I understand both sides. I'm not going to sit here and advocate for who you voted for if you're here in the U.S., if you're here overseas. It does absolutely have an effect on how the world economy will do going on in the near future. Whether you believe it's good or bad, like I said, I'm not here to discuss, debate. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys who you're right or wrong for voting for. But the results came out. It is what it is. At the end of the day, guys, it's 98% of people are going to be going on with their daily lives. It's not really going to affect them that much. But let's keep it at that. So, because of the results of last night's election, over the next 4 years, we are going to be dealing with a Trump presidency. And for the market's sake, right, for crypto, for all assets in general, there's going to be a general upwards direction compared to the last 4 years, I would say. Especially with the timing of the Bitcoin bull run. Hopefully should be coming soon. The halving that we, passed, I'm trying to think of when it was April, May, somewhere around there, like the middle of 2024. Over the course of that, the election, I think now that we got the election out of the way, I think the market's going to take a much more obvious direction, if that makes sense. I personally think that over the course of the last few months, a lot of price action, a lot of volatility has been held back, waiting or anticipating for the results of this election. So now that we got the results, I think that we're definitely going to see a more aggressive move to one side or the other. Now, our goal here today is to talk about what could happen, right? The possibilities is what I think will be happening. Talk about the bearish, bullish scenarios. Look at all markets across the board and just give you guys my input on everything. I still got my touch, guys. Still got it. Let's see. You look thinner. Thank you. I don't think maybe I've lost weight. I don't know. I haven't really been kind of keeping track of that. I did cut my hair. I hate Trump, but I like him on the other hand. I get that. Fed meeting this week, right? I believe so. There's a Fed meeting this week, Oten. I could be wrong. I haven't really looked at the schedule recently. Just to be clear, guys, I haven't looked at any charts. Like, I've been gone, since like the end of August, I believe, was the last time I streamed, like August 28th. So it's been almost September, October, almost 3 months. Out of those 2.5 months that I've been gone, I honestly looked at a chart maybe 10 times. It's been once a week, if not once every 10 days that I've looked at a chart. Just because I knew that things were going to be slow leading up to this point, but very exciting stuff. As you guys can tell, right, we have put in a new all-time high on BTC, right? Now, the question is this the beginning of a larger bull run? Is this a possible trap, bullish trap coming in? I can give you guys both sides of the argument here. First things before I do that, I just want to look at the larger perspective, right, to show you guys what's going on. As you can see, if I'm just going to be focusing on this entire uptrend here, right? If you guys aren't familiar with how we do things, we look at things from an ABC perspective, right? you guys aren't familiar with ABCs, long story short, it is a simplified version of Elliott Wave that we look at all price movement in groups of 3 instead of 5s. It's basically a more simplified, simplified version of Elliott Wave, or a more simple modified concept of Elliott Wave. So based on those parameters, all right, we can look at this entire uptrend here, right? We have an A to a smaller B to a C. You have an A to a B to a C. All right, and now we have a larger A to a B. Well, I would say larger, but we have a separated uptrend, or a separated section of uptrends, downtrends, to form a slightly larger ABC here. If I take all this away and just focus on what we have here, all right, we do have a larger possible ABC that has been formed and completed. All right, let me give you guys a better picture, actually. Hold on. All right, so from this perspective, all right, this looks potentially bearish if price falls back below and maintains below. Yeah, we could get something like that. All right, do I think that's going to happen? I'm trying to think of things from a less popular opinion, or less popular perspective. The more popular perspective at the moment is that because of what's been going on, especially over the course of the last 24 hours, people were expecting a very large economic rise in general. So that means all assets, everything's going to be supposed to be doing well. I cannot say with 100% certainty that's going to be the case. Based on what I know, based on timing, it seems like that is a higher probability at the moment, that we are probably just going to end up breaking through this after, you know, how long did we consolidate for? We consolidated for 200, let's call it 240 days. All right, for 8 months. We've been in this range for 8 months. Right? To me, there's a lot of momentum that's kind of been stuck in this range, that's been kind of eager to break out. Now, just as much as this could have been a bullish move, this could have been just as easily a bearish move. But my personal opinion, based on the timing and how things have been working out, I think there is like if I had to give you a percentage, maybe like a 60-70% chance that we're probably going to be looking towards a larger push to the upside here to kind of get this bull run started. Do I think we're going to go to astronomical numbers right away? No, I think this is still going to take its time, but I think we're finally going to start seeing a larger push to the upside to kind of push past this breaking point of this large area of resistance here. All right. This resistance has been holding us back for a very long time, and I think it's time that we start to potentially break out of this. But we got to look at things objectively. I'm here to give you guys both sides. If this is going to be a larger potential bearish move, I personally don't think that this is going to be a second leg of the bear market. All right. What we have to consider is that throughout this entirety of this uptrend, besides this 8 months of consolidation that we had, we really had no separation of the trend. I like to use this as an example. All right. What happened? All right, I'm not even going to use 2020 as an example. But during the break of this range, you can see that we kind of pumped up, took our time, consolidated before pushing through. Same thing down with this region here. This is a little bit more of a consistent uptrend in my opinion. But you could see price action took its time. But once we did break above, we did see a more dramatic, more accelerated trend to the upside. Sorry guys, it's been a while since I've live streamed. It feels weird being back in the flow of things again. So just forgive me if I'm a little slow when it comes to how I explain things. I'm trying to go into streamer mode here. So basically what I'm trying to say is that based on prior results, all right, I would prefer to have price take its time a little bit more, but based on prior history, we can see that when price established new all-time highs, even if it was in a small range, eventually we did continue to pump. So Now that not only did we break it once, we formed a new all-time high. I think the probabilities are a lot higher that we do actually go into the upside. But in case we do have to retrace, right, we have to mark out the previous levels of support. All right, and the best way for me to do that is to look at breaks of the prior trend. What I mean by that is every time a uptrend breaks, or sorry, a downtrend breaks, that is considered a new area of potential support on the larger scale. To me, the first area that I look for is about 48K. All right, that's coming off of this ABC here. Next, I'm going to go down to 38, 38.5. All right, and if 38.5 fails, because these two pivots are extremely close to each other, I have to group them together. Do I think that we're going to end up coming back down to 25K? At this point, I would say it's like a 10% chance. 10%. It's hard. It's very hard for me to be overly optimistic for a larger correction. I think what is more reliable, a little bit more safe to call, is coming back up, potentially faking out. All right. Talk about this ABC here. And potentially coming back down and retesting at least 49K. I think 38K is still viable. All right. But I would love to see something like this. If this does happen, even if it takes a couple months, I'm okay with that. But if this isn't going to break out or at least fake us out, sorry, I meant to say fake out. If this isn't going to fake out, there's really nothing else to talk about when it comes to what is possible. One of the things I will do, which I don't necessarily like to do often, but I think it's appropriate for timing, is pull the fibs. All right. If this is going to be, there's a couple different scenarios. Okay. The first, how I view my trend, what is it? Trend-based fib extensions. Yeah, trend-based fib extensions. The way I do it, all right, it depends on how you look at things. If we're looking at things, if this wave is a larger ABC, all right, which potentially could be, which I prefer it to be, the way I like to do it is as followed. Right? You got to take the base of the A wave, A plus B equals C. All right, this is how I pull my trend-based fib extensions. So basically, what I'm looking for is the ideal scenario is we take the length of A, pull back to B, and it should end up somewhere around the 1-to-1. Right. So if this is a true larger ABC to the upside, an ideal, I think this is a little bit optimistic, but I think this is fair and not necessarily out of reach. I think around 250K to 300K is pushing the thresholds of fair, in my opinion. Let's see. BetaBot, I hate this trade war. I got to go now. I'll catch you later. Can you look at? Yes, I definitely will after main TA, but I appreciate you stopping by. Hey, Johnny, welcome back. Mr. Reckless, love to see. It's great to see everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. It's been a very long time. I know. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. But I really, really do appreciate you guys coming by, stopping by, saying hello, watching. It really does mean a lot to me. It's nice to be back. All right. It's nice to be back. So going off what I was saying before was, if this is a true ABC, all right, my personal opinion, it looks like we want to go around to 250K. Take with that as you wish. I think that's fair. Honestly think that's fair. Another way we can view this is, let me just make sure. Okay. Another way we can view this, all right? I'm not the biggest fan of this, is because from a logarithmic scale, all right, this looks like all one giant trend. It's kind of hard to break this down. For me personally, hold on, before I do that, let me just focus on this. All right, same almost the same. Yeah, it's about the same sequence we're pulling the fib extension from. All right, but instead of viewing this from an ABC perspective, we can view this from a 1 to a 2 to a 3 to a 4 to a 5. All right. Now, the only reason why I prefer this larger count is because to me, A, B, C, A, B, C. All right, and then this looks like this wants to form some sort of ABC like that. If this is a 5-way sequence, all right, now remember, even on how we view things, a 5-wave sequence can still form, but we have to look at the smaller ways as all ABCs, right? I'm not looking at this from a traditional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perspective. To me, it's all about ABCs. ABCs make up larger waves, 1 through 5. Based on that, we could end up anywhere in this red zone here. The ideal scenario is probably somewhere around here, but it can extend all the way up to here. Now, if this is a true 5th wave, right, around 150K. That's a little bit more realistic in my opinion. It's just for me, it's impossible to call right now. It's impossible. Clap show, I think I said hello. Pretty sure I did. If not, hello, my friend. Let's see. Yo, welcome back. Question: is it more realistic if fib extension gets pulled back to lower levels? 38K will give a better prediction. Where, like from here? To me, this move up is a. Let me just say. I think I knew where you're coming from. My problem with this is you have this separation. If we were still trending to the upside and we touched the 1-to-1 and came back down, that's a little bit different. But because we had this pullback and the trend actually separated, to me, I'm grouping this as one larger. To me, this is all one trend. This is all one. If that makes sense. Pull back to 38. Oh, you're talking about, okay, so you're talking about this. Is that the one you're talking about? Let me know if that's correct, or I can answer this. Want to go over KDA? Any thoughts on that? No? Talking about this? I don't, to me, that necessarily isn't correct in my opinion. The reason why it's not correct is because I don't think that's fair to, no, let me think about this. It's been a while. The only way that it would work if price came back down the pull, if price pulled back. If price pulled back from here to 38K, then yes. All right, let me explain. If price completed this uptrend, then we pulled back, then yes, the correct pull would be back down to 38K. But to me, when I look at this without pulling fibs or anything, all right, when I look at this from a clean slate chart, all right, this is an ABC. Now, it can either end here, we can come back down, and that's it, we're done, and we start a potential larger B leg. Because if this ABC turns out to be correct and we pull back from here, right, then I can go back and say, okay, you know what? This completed a larger A. Then we can start talking about where the B wave can go. And then we go for a larger C. That is a scenario where I would personally look to pull from the bottom to the top back down to 38K. That's the only scenario. For shot, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Want to go over KDA? Any thoughts on that? Yes, I will go over KDA. Absolutely. I think that's. I just want to get BTC out of the way first, but I think that's pretty much it. Now that we have the main scenarios out. Oh God, he sneezed. Excuse me. Sorry, it's been so dry where I live. Like, we're going on like almost a 3-month drought. It hasn't rained in my area in almost 3 months. So my allergies have been extra rough. So forgive me if I sneeze during the middle of the stream. Let's see. Did I miss anyone? Okay, let's go over KDA real quick. I know that's my. I still, even to this day, guys, I still DCA. It's not as much as I used to. But I'm still trying to accumulate when I can. All right, larger scale. You guys know the drill. I've gone over this, for the last 6 months, whenever this low put in August. All right, for the last like 3 or 4 months. Now that the low is in and we came back above, to me, this is a larger macro ABC that is in play. If I zoom in, there's 2 main possibilities that I see. The main possibilities for KDA at the moment are that we have to come down and put in one more low. All right. Or that if I zoom in a little bit more, that we have still bottomed, and this is actually turning into a larger A to a B, and then we're going off to a C, if that makes sense. That's the more likely scenario, in my opinion. Because to me, I mean, this is clear as day. ABC, ABC. I love this. Like, I bought a little bit here. I bought a little bit on the way down, but I had a decent pivot on that ABC here. That's pretty much it for KDA. It's still, to me, it's a solid play. I still really love this as an altcoin until it proves me otherwise. If we get back below 35 cents and we can't recover, that's a problem. That's a problem. But as of right now, it's still a good move. Any targets longer term? If this performs well, and we do have a nice, if we do have a nice overall altcoin market, and it's not just meme coins, if everything else decides to pump pretty well, I would say KDA going to like 40 to 50 bucks is fair. Somewhere in that range. Now, some people might think that's a little bit too optimistic, but the math is there. All right, potential market cap times the circulating supply. This can easily get to a 20-30 billion dollar market cap. I think that's the one I'm looking for. I don't remember the numbers. It's been so long since I looked at this, but the numbers are there. Wow, that would be great. Yeah, no, absolutely reckless. For me, this is kind of like a home run thing. I put a certain amount of money to it. If it gets to my target, I'm going to make a fuck ton of money. I'll be flat out honest. If it doesn't get to where I want it to go, I'm still going to make a decent return. Is it going to be anywhere where I want it to be, or anywhere where I hope it can go? If it doesn't perform as well, obviously not. But regardless, as long as it doesn't go below 35 cents, even if we get back to the previous all-time high, right? That's still a 13x, 14x. You know what I mean? You put $1,000, you make 10K. That's for a 10x in today's market. That's fantastic. You've been in the 2017 bull market? Oh no, not really. I got into crypto at the top of that bull market. Got a lot more invested at the bottom of 2020, around there, and then made most of my money during the 2022, 2021 bull run. Was it 2021? Yeah, 2021. Yeah. So, unfortunately, I'm hoping to get a little bit of the little piece of the action going up to the next bull run. But yeah. Let me know what you guys want to see. Now that I got, oh wow, ETH is no, never mind. ETH is still ranging. I thought ETH is doing a lot better. But now that I got the main big BTC T out of the way, I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. The markets are going to respond favorably to this. So let me know what you guys want to see. I'll definitely take a look at it. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out now. All right. I guess we can talk about. How come I couldn't see? Oh yeah, I bought some good prices as well, but now it's hard to tell where to sell. Yeah, that's definitely true. There's really no. It's kind of hard to predict the top. You can get close based on how BTC and everything else is behaving, but it's almost impossible. I definitely agree. Yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. I'm going to take a look at traditional markets too. I'm curious to see how everything else. Wow, Tesla's up 15%. I know Elon's happy. SPY, new all-time highs. Dow Jones, same thing. Nvidia. I saw something that Nvidia is worth more than Apple now. It's pretty insane. AMD. Yeah, everything's doing fantastic. So let's see how this continues. I have a couple concerns, guys. I'm not going to lie. Something that I've been keeping up with is the car market. All right. In 2008, it was all about homes, right? The recession, I guess the bear run, what you would call it, the bear market. The overall market recession in 2008 was triggered by a lot of things, but primarily housing. You're looking at high rate of defaults. People couldn't afford their mortgages. Excess inventory led to overall a larger decline in assets in general. I know cars aren't the same thing, but we are seeing very similar patterns to what we saw in 2008 with houses and what's happening in cars right now. Delinquencies are up. People are surrendering their cars because they can't afford to make the payments. Everyone bought their cars in 2020 and 2021, where markets are all-time high. People are doing crazy stuff. Like if you go on Facebook Marketplace, people are trying to sell their cars without titles just to basically get rid of them. They're probably going to try to do some insurance scam and like report it stolen or something like that. That's been going on, insurance scamming. There's a lot of bad things that's been going on in the car market, and I've seen people talk about it who are in the business, that overall there's a lot of information that was being withheld, like the amount of delinquencies. People were purposely delaying, forfeiting cars. Dealers are not being able to sell their used inventory because prices are too high. Nobody's really talking about this, and I have a feeling that now that the election's over, the ball is gonna start rolling. Does it mean that the market's overall gonna decline? No, but it's something I am keeping my eye out on. It's like one of my things I've been paying attention to a lot recently. I just find it very interesting and how the information's been, I guess, updating over the last couple months, and how people are just overall able to make such dumb decisions and basically kick the can down the road, screw themselves by getting into cars they can't afford and all this stuff, and just watching the data came out. It's something that I personally been watching over the last couple months while I've been gone. Let's see. What about the funding thing? Still working on that. I looked a little bit into it. Philip, thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for saying hello and tuning in. It really does mean a lot. Hope to see you guys. Hope to see you soon. But the funding thing, I know there was one company that was offering it through Bybit, which I thought was very, very, very appealing. I personally have not. I've dove a little bit into it. I don't know the company that well. I kind of stepped away from crypto over my time off. I guess we can talk about this a little bit. My priorities have been kind of shifting recently. I've been trying to get myself into, in case you guys don't know, I was in the process of acquiring a business over the last 8 or 9 months. And right around the time I stopped streaming was when, you know, things were ready to go ahead and get started. We established ourselves as a company. We're getting paperwork done. The deal was about to go through. So my priority was going to shift primarily towards the business. But unfortunately, over the course of this, like the last final steps, there is basically a falling out between me and the owner. There's a couple things that could have been miscommunication. It could have been just greediness. I don't want to get too far into it. But pretty much the whole deal blew up because the owner did not want to fulfill his side of the agreement. Basically trying to tiptoe his way around certain things that we wanted, or me and my business partner wanted, and it just ended up not working out. And it was not good. I'd say that definitely was not good. So we were back. I fell back to square one, and to be honest, like with that falling through and me putting that much time and effort into it, it kind of was a punch in the gut. It did suck. But at the end of the day, the guy was kind of a douche. He did not hold up his end of the deal. He was very stinky, very slimy. I'm not going to go into the details, but a lot of things happened behind the scenes that I did not like. So it did suck at the moment. It was part of the reason why I stepped away from streaming. But it was definitely a good lesson learned, in my opinion. I learned a lot throughout this whole process. I'm still in the process of trying to acquire a business. I've been in contact with brokers in my area. I've been trying to figure out what the next step is for me. So I still love streaming. I still love doing this. I still love talking about charts, TA, and all that. But I'll be honest, like over the course of the next couple months, especially if the bull run does pan out the way I plan on to, I need to focus my time and my energy into acquiring assets outside of crypto. And that's what I've been doing. I've been shifting my focus and learning about different assets, learning about a business, trying to get myself into business. And so it's been exciting. It's been exhausting. It's been fun. I have a lot of things on my plate at the moment. So, and I'm going to be honest, like the last time I streamed, I remember this. I think 2 people showed up. Now, I'm not sure if that was me being shadow banned for some reason or nobody getting my notifications or no one tuning in. I'm not trying to blame you guys, but in the midst of the chaos that was going on between the business transaction and nobody tuning into my stream, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is a sign for me to just kind of take a step back. So that happened. Family stuff also happened. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just telling you guys the truth. All right. That's what's been going on. I've also been shifting my focus on sports betting. And it's really funny because I wanted to talk about this last time too. It seems like, especially in this industry, God forbid you do anything else besides trade, you're a sellout. I forgot what was, I saw something else. You're a sellout. You don't make money trading. You know, if you made so much money trading, why would you? It's the idea is that I'm not saying anyone specifically, but some of the things I see people type and say, it just blows my mind how like people can have that kind of mindset. And the reason why I like the sports betting stuff a lot is because it's very particular to where I live, and I can make a lot of money and take a really big advantage as someone who has access to be able to do this kind of thing, right? Just like I'm not a fisherman, right? I don't live in an area. I don't know how to catch lobster and all that stuff, right? There's certain areas of the world where people thrive. People make a lot of money just boating and catching lobsters for a living. All right, you can't do that in the middle of bumblefuck Iowa. Right, you have to live in an area that makes sense. And those people who do live in that area and do take advantage of the opportunity that they live in, right, by being able to go into something unique like that in their specific location, doesn't really make you a sellout. Doesn't make you anything else. Like you're just taking advantage of something. And it's the exact same thing on my end, right? For example, I went to a hockey game, right? And I was courtsiding. If you guys don't know what courtsiding is, right? Courtsiding is taking advantage of a delay between something that happens in a sports event and the odds changing on a sports book, right? I made over $1,000 in one game for just sitting there on my phone, watching happens. Watch a hockey game, had a good time, hung out with friends, made over $1,000. And I guess my I guess I'm a sellout because I wanted to make money in other ways, right? It's just I just find it so cringe. It's really cringe that if you decide to do anything else besides make, even not just me, my good friend Kite Crypto, okay? You guys know Kite? He DoorDashes full time. He also makes good money investing in Bitcoin and crypto. But because he does DoorDashing, some people have a problem with that. That's fucking insane to me. That's insane. Don't, more of the story, guys, you can do anything you want. Don't let anyone tell you, especially if it's working, right? If it's not working, it's another thing. But if you're doing well, if you're making money, you don't have to be married to one thing, okay? Especially the most successful people in the world don't just do one fucking thing, right? They might do one thing they're particularly good at, but I can promise you, most people who are successful in life always have money in different things. So don't be afraid to branch out. Don't be afraid to do other things. The amount of, I'm not sitting here saying that I got a ton of hate or backlash because I decided to focus on sports betting. It just the type of comments, the type of things that people say because I decided to shift my focus to any other things besides trading, because trading isn't something you guys shouldn't be doing full time. Now, what I mean by that, right? Just remember this. What I mean by that is trading full time is not you staring at a 5-minute chart trying to trade every single possible break of trend, every single dip, pump, etc. That's not trading full time, right? Trading full time is giving time and attention towards something, right? In my opinion, I'm more of a swing trader. Swing trades don't happen every day or even every week, right? I can go months without a trade. For me, it doesn't make sense to sit here and focus all my attention, all my time into swing trading when the opportunities don't come that often. So it makes sense, not only for me, but it makes sense from a time perspective, from a money perspective, to go out and branch out and do other things. So, yeah. I think that's pretty, wow, Ave just freaking pumped, man. Okay, it's something that's been brewing, something that I've been thinking about over the course of the last couple months since I've been gone. Even the course of the last year when I first introduced that kind of thing. And it's just kind of, it's not even just with me. Like, I know I watch other YouTubers. I'm not going to mention anyone specifically. But it seems like they talk about other things and people are automatically in chat just calling people sellouts, calling people this. Oh, you don't make actual money trading because you decided to do other things. I'm like, it's funny at this point. It's kind of comical. And I did one point take offense a little bit to it. But during my time off and over the course of learning in general, for me, it just doesn't make sense to just focus 100% of my time and effort into trading. I know what I'm good at. I know the strategy that I use works. So why not just take my time and my focus and learn other things, become better at other things? So it's the same thing. I don't expect you guys to go ahead and quit your jobs and do this full time. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair. There's a lot of time, a lot of pressure. I recommend 90% of people don't do it. What I would recommend is put yourself in a situation to play your cards right, invest your money, right? Save. Put yourself in a position to where if this bull run continues and if this bull run does go to, 250K, 300K, and you can triple your money, if not more, right? That's a home run. If you play your cards right, you should be able to put yourself in a situation to where you invest your money in other places and you establish yourself to where you don't need to work a job, right? Trading is a stepping stone. Trading is not the final result, right? That's something that I want to make clear to you guys. That's something I should make clear more often, right? I know I'm going on a rant just because it does mean a lot to me, right? This is my livelihood. I love doing this. But I used to be afraid to like want to do other things. But I realized in the end that trading is a stepping stone to achieving success. I personally think that there are some people out there who could make a full-time living being frequent in their trades and make a lot of money. But to be honest, it's not safe. It's not practical. It's not ideal. A lot of these people who may do that make money on other ways too. They make a lot of their money off subscriptions, right? I'm not trying to sit here and say like, I really want to say their names, but I don't. But there's people out there, right, who charge for trading, who charge for trading groups, who charge for information, who charge for TA, who charge for insider information, who charge for crazy stuff, right? A lot of the times they make more money on their services than they do with actual trading. And if you're really good at trading, you can combine the money you make from your services and just snowball, right? That's something that's something I always wanted to do. I still would like to do that at some point. Not only, help you guys out if it can help me, and also speed up the progress when it comes to my financial success. I'll absolutely take it. But then it doesn't have to be just with trading or trading content, trading information. There's other ways you can do it. So don't be afraid. Branch out. Trading is not your it's not your escape from the rat race. But I tell you what, though, it is a huge, monumental step that if you play your cards right, you can set yourself up for a good life. Do you have to make millions of dollars? It'd be nice. Some people will, but if you can get yourself out of debt, if you can save enough money to buy a home, if you can save enough money to invest in properties, if you can save enough money to start a business, all right? Play your cards right. This is an opportunity to establish your cards, right? Or establish a good hand. It's up to you to how you play your hand. So I don't want to go into that much further. I think that's pretty much it when it comes to my TED Talk for the day. I think it really hit me to when I was sitting at the game and making, I made one bet and made over $1,000. I'm like, trading's nice and all, but I can make a lot more money doing this consistently. I'm going to a hockey game tomorrow, and I plan on making just as much money, if not more. So I'm not really a big hockey guy either. I never really watched hockey growing up. I'll tell you what, though, hockey is probably one of my favorite sports to attend in person. If you ask me what my favorite team is, unfortunately, I'm just going with my home team, right? New Jersey Devils. I don't like it, hate it. That's fine. I'm not a big hockey person, so I know if people are hockey fans in here and they do not like the Devils, that's fine. I don't care. It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun sport. It's definitely the most fun sport to attend in person. I will say that for sure. I've had more fun at a hockey game than a basketball game. Basketball game was like my second favorite. But yeah, what is there to talk about? You guys want me to look at anything? You guys want me to? You guys have any questions for me, please? I know it's been a while. It's been a very long time. So if I missed anything, please let me know. Even I haven't been active that often at all. So let me know if I missed something. I mean, I'm just looking at percentage changes right now. Right, Rune's up 17%, which is crazy. Solana's up 13%. Pretty crazy too. Automatic. It's still going for it. BTC's still going for it. Good to hear you're doing good. I appreciate that. Thank you, Miss Reckless. I do appreciate that. And guys, like, I'm going to do my best, okay, to start streaming more. I say this every time, okay? Something I will absolutely consider, and I'm curious to know if you guys are okay with this. If I cannot stream often, the very least that what I will do is put out some sort of video update. I think that's fair to you guys. Me being gone for 3 months with no content is not fair for you guys. All right. And I understand that now. I wanted to take a break for myself and take care of other things in my life. And I'm still working through it. I'm still going through some stuff. Mr. Reckless, take care, brother. Gotta go. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. It really does mean a lot to me. I hope to see you soon. All right. I really do. But let me guys know what you think. Would you prefer video updates if I can't make it? I'm going to do my best to stream. All right, I promise I'm going to do my best to stream more often. Especially now that we're potentially going into bull run territory. It makes more sense for me to stream more often. But if I can't stream, or if I find myself in a predicament to where I'm unable to stream at a good time, I will post some sort of content, whether it's community posts, whether it's Discord updates, whether it's video updates. I will do something, right? That's something I can and will promise going into the future. Anyone telling you you were a sellout when trying to make money is a wanker. Yeah, fuck them. Fucking good for that. I appreciate that. I really gotta turn fucking live chat on. I'm sorry, Mr. Reckless. I missed like half your. Yeah, I bought some good prices as well. Okay, I think I read that. All right. Let me check. I want to check one more thing, maybe. I'm gonna call it possibly. DXY is pumping. I've been waiting to. I should set an alert. It's been a while since I've seen DXY actually do anything besides range. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I'm curious to see what it does next. How's gold doing? Gold not doing good, obviously, because the dollar is doing well. Silver, same thing. Yeah, I mean, assets are doing pretty good. So let's see how long this continues for. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a. Can you please mark the target where you're expecting on the graph? I don't know English. Yeah, I can do that. All right, I'll give you 1 second. There you go. Those are 2 targets. Either one. At least 135, if not 250. All right, guys. I just wanted to pop in, give you guys updates, say hello, check on you guys, see how you guys are doing, give you guys, let you guys know how I'm doing. All right. It really does mean a lot to me. You guys are coming back. Like I said, I'm not trying to. It's a lot more than the last time I streamed. So I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of call things off here for now. Like I said, I will figure out a way to do this more often, hold myself more accountable. It's something I need to do. Oh, another thing before I go, guys. The next time you see me, I'll be 30 years old. My birthday is next week. I'm gonna be old as shit. So yeah, it's been interesting. It's been very interesting. That's something else that I've been, hitting my almost quarter life crisis. Well, it's been more than quarter life crisis. So yeah. I'm gonna be an old man next time you see me. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye. Everyone, Mr. Reckless, Philip, Rashad, Clapshow, Betabot, Rumbles, everyone who's here, even watching right now, I really do appreciate it. It really does mean a lot to me. It's good to be back. It's good to see everyone. It's good popping in. I really do appreciate you guys coming by. I will do my best to see you guys at least once a week from now on, right? If not, I'll form some sort of, if I can't make it one week, I'll post I'll give you guys like an update video or something in case something does happen, but I really do appreciate it, guys. It really does mean a lot. So I'll do my best to hold myself more accountable, be more consistent. All right. But until then, be good, be safe. Let's see what happens to the market. All right. We're doing the thing, guys. We're doing the thing. Bye-bye.